What's up guys, it's Riju here, and today we're going to be talking about the INT GOGETA EZA that we got announced yesterday. This might be late covering it, but it's really not just about, oh, he's coming. It is rather what he really needs in his kit and what his team needs, which is, the fusion category. There's some stuff that he definitely needs changing with, and some stuff that he will need if he wants to outshine the strength Gogeta that we've had EZA for a lot of time, and something that can, one simple fix can easily make this character very top tier in that team and as a character or unit, especially. But with that said, make sure to sub to the channel, like the videos, and comment what you think they should add to the INT GOGETA. If you think, he should stay the same, he's a good unit, there's really no change, or something. If you want to rehaul his passive skill or anything with it, make sure to let me know in the comments to what you think are going to be in this EZA. But with that said, we need to look at his category, which is primarily fusion. So this category, I think, of course, it's not going to be a really broad and big category due to the fact that it's pretty much just the fusions is literally that. But the thing about the fusion category is that although they got a couple cards, there's really you could really cut half of them out automatically. There's cards you're not going to be using, like, for sure on your team. It's like the AGL Bullpen, the AGL Go Tanks, this Heroes Go Tanks, the free-to-play units. Although they're good and they are pretty much are good, you're not going to want to use them over stuff like the LR Physical Gogeta, LR Strength Gogeta, the AGL Gogeta, Tech SJ4 Gogeta, INT SJ4 Gogeta, stuff like that. You are going to be wanting to use these characters, and even SJ3 Go Tanks and his tech version. Those are also different units you would want to bring instead of these free-to-play and obscure units like Karoli and stuff like that. Are they bad? Well, they're not primarily the best units in the game, but they can be put on the team and do some decent damage, but nothing in their kit really puts them apart from everyone else. Now, the main problem that I see that Fusion has a lot, which they're getting better at, is the fact that a lot of them don't have anything to do with defense whatsoever. Now, of course, we do have the one exception almost, which is the STR 5th anniversary Gogeta. Now, as you can see, he does give himself 70% chance, 70% of extra defense, but in all honesty, that's not going to save you from a super attack in a really hard event. And I'm not saying that they need to have 10 damage taken after a Super Battle Road Super, no. But I am saying that for this unit to get some defense, you have to wait the 4th turn to get his raise attack and defense, or raise his defense on the 18 or 12 key super. So he has a time restriction on when he can start giving himself defense. Same thing with other units. You have to have that type of stuff. The SJ4 Gogeta is pretty cool in the way he does it. He gives attack minus 20% onto the enemy, but that's not going to be enough in order to tank it. But he does also give himself some defense when you do his super attack, so that is good. But are there any outright good defensive units? Well, the only one that I can really put my minds to are especially the SJ4 Gogeta, the INT one. He's able to give himself 200% defense and then another 40% effective against all types for 8 turns from the start of turn. So that's really good. He's pretty much one of the recent and better defensive units on the fusion team. Now with the INT GOGETA, we want to see what can he do, what is he going to be able to do, what is he needs to be better than the strength Gogeta. Now the strength Gogeta is pretty good. He has the attack and defense 77% and attack 7% per rainbow key sphere and effective against all types. The nuker part of this passive is really good, and how much damage he does like 2 million easily with him rainbowed and all that type of stuff, and with no equipment. He doesn't need equipment to hit 2 million as long as he gets a couple rainbow key spheres. That's really, and I mean really good for this character. But the thing that I think INT GOGETA pretty much needs to be better in order to replace this unit, because that's primarily the goal of what he wants to do, since he's the more recent unit rather than the strength Gogeta, and he's getting the EZA awakened as well, is that he needs to be able to support with some defense. I think he doesn't have to give key, honestly, on his support. It just needs to be fusion characters, like 30% defense, 40% defense. Hey, you can even do 50% defense, because whether you like it or not, a lot of these units don't give each other defense or don't get defense until a time restriction or they have to super. Now, this unit does really good in defense, as a lot of his supers give him defense on super. But the problem is with that, a lot of these units are going to get one shot primarily if they don't dodge, like, you know, how EZ A Gogeta has this dodge in his passive. A lot of these units are going to get, you know, smacked up the second they get supered in any event that's not a Dokkan event. So that's pretty much the, you know, only premise that is messed up or not available on the fusion team, which is defense, because this is time restriction, this is a static boost, he has dodge, he has some type of negation or reduction of attack and defense on the enemy, and also gives himself defense. But like I said, no one out here besides INT GOGETA really has really good defense start of turn without supering. So who are you gonna put on that first slot if you don't have this Gogeta? That's the thing. You have to be forced to use items and stuff when you're dealing with the fusion team, because a lot of them are glass cannons, especially units like physical SJ3 Go tanks, like INT GOGETA, like Strength GOGETA. A lot of these units are going to like tear up like paper when somebody supers them. Like I said, these units are all good. They're all, like I said, glass cannons. To be honest, they all hit pretty hard. Like the, you know, of course, the 5th year fusion, he's amazing. We have, you know, the physical Gogeta, he's amazing as well. They do so much damage to each other, or they do so much damage, period. And with that, they pretty much, you know, this team is basically just damage. Now, I would like for them to add some, you know, defense to the, you know, equation, because a lot of these free-to-play units don't do it as well. They give themselves defense because that's their super attack effect. But other than that, you know, you're getting hit and you're dying like automatically. You, like I said, you could cross out half of this list, and because you wouldn't be using them anyway, you'd be using, you know, primarily the SJ3 Go tanks, the Gogetas, the SJ4 Gogetas, all those type of units. And they don't give each other defense, and they don't have defense innately that's strong enough for them to survive attacks like Super Battle Road supers or Legendary Goku event supers and stuff like that. It caused a lot of people to, you know, be forced to use items on stuff like way earlier in longer events because of this glass cannon aspect that the fusion team has. Like I said, to be better than this Strength Gogeta, to be replaceable, in all honesty, we do not need Ki. I swear, if they give him Ki as a support, there will be no reason, as the fusion team pretty much needs no Ki. They're always at 12 Ki at literally the start of turn. No reason for them to add Ki. They should literally, all they have to do in order to make this unit amazing and good and replace Strength Gogeta is literally give him defense. Give him defense to himself, give defense to the team. That's all he needs, and I think he will be a really, and I mean really good EZA. All he needs to do is also give himself defense with his super. He also needs to have the effective against all types, of course. He needs to add defense to this 120%, and he also needs to support fusion for defense. I think with this link set or passive skill set in his arsenal, he will be one of the best fusion characters in the category due to his kit, and it will immensely, I mean immensely, help with the amount of survivability that the fusion team has because of him on rotation. If they do that, he is going to be such an amazing unit by far. That's pretty much going to be it for this video in terms of what I think INT GOGETA should have. Hopefully he outshines the Strength Gogeta we've been using for years, because he just hasn't been, you know, pulling through. Hopefully they give him the defense that they need. But pretty much other than that, thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. See y'all in the next one, and peace.